We're talking 12 gauge steel. We're talking aluminum pulleys, weight stacks, and a space saving design, all for $1,999.99. Shipped to my door in less than 2 days, 9 different boxes, including the weight stacks. And now, 4 hours later, I have this awesome power rack. Getting into the build quality of this, the star of the show for me is definitely going to be the fact that this is 12 gauge steel. Compared to a lot of the 14 gauge steel racks that I've reviewed, this is a lot more substantial. It feels like a premium power rack. Not only is it 12 gauge steel, it has the 3x3 1-inch holes with the 2-inch hole spacing. It's basically the standard now. It's 91.4 inches tall in height, so it does not fit underneath my garage door, but that's okay because I appreciate the taller uprights. That way I have more room for my cable trolleys to move up and down. The dimensions of this, it is 51 inches wide, and then it is 31 inches depth off the wall. So 31 inches off the wall. It's going to be that half rack design, which I can really appreciate just because I got the kids running around out here. Getting into the cable design of this power rack, it's got the integrated cable systems. Like I said, it's got the nice weight stacks, which are 154 pounds. And it's a 2-to-1 cable pulley ratio, so there's plenty of cable travel. I think it's like 52 inches long cable travel, so you can do all your different dynamic movements. You can do your cable crossovers and everything. You don't have to worry about the length of the cable. 2-to-1 cable pulley ratio, though, 154 pounds. I'll let you do the math, but you're asking yourself, oh, damn, Mark, that might not be enough weight for all my different things that I want to do. I'm here to tell you that 154 pounds and a 2-to-1 ratio is plenty of weight for most exercises. This is not a lat pull down low row integrated into a power rack. This is a functional trainer integrated into a power rack. So you have these two uprights with the cable trolleys that go from 13 inches all the way to 74 inches. So me at 5'7", I'm able to do all my different tricep exercises. I'm able to do my bicep curls right next to the uprights. And if you want to do heavy lat pull downs and heavy low rows, you might need like a gym pin or something to add to this. It's got a nice foot plate if you did want to do, again, the heavy low rows. This does go up in 11-pound increments. So it starts at 11 pounds, which is like 5.5 pounds, but it's probably a little bit more than that with all the stuff on the first plate. And then it goes up to 11 pounds. So 11, 22, 33, 44, 55. And then if you wanted a micro jump, you can do those 5.5 pound in between jumps with a 5.5 pound adder weight that comes with this machine. Getting into the actual trolleys themselves, I mentioned the height range, but it also comes with rollers, aluminum like pot pin, and then a knurled handle so I can put it up and down easily. Not an issue at all, very lightweight. And then it's got the aluminum pulleys, so it's got that premium smooth feeling pull. There's no roughness with this, so whatever they're doing with the bearings and the aluminum pulleys, it works for all those exercises. This actually doesn't have any front stabilizer feet on it. What it does have is a patent-pending safety spotter arm with an adjustable kickstand. You can utilize this like you're in a full rack. You can do heavy rack pulls, heavy squats without being concerned about this thing coming down on you. For me, I'm a pretty small guy. I don't lift all that much, so it's not really that much of a concern to me. Let's talk about some more of the attachments that this comes with. It comes with the J-cups, and it's the sandwich style, which a lot of times with other companies, you got to pay a little bit more to get the sandwich style J-cups. For a budget rack, obviously depending on your budget, but I've used a ton of budget racks, and the J-cups usually are terrible. This J-cup design is very premium, very nice to utilize. The only thing I wish it had, along with those safety spotter arms, are going to be UHMW plastic on the inside of the J-cup. That way that you're not like doing unnecessary damage or scratching up your uprights for no reason. We don't want to ruin that nice matte black finish, so a little bit of UHMW would probably go a long way. Some other things they come with, like I mentioned, the foot plate for your low rows. This also does come with a landmine attachment with a nice welded T-bar row for all your heavy T-bar rows, and other landmine movements. Some of the attachments that you're utilizing are going to be those knurled aluminum D handles, which are very nice. You're utilizing those a lot with something like this. Straight curl bar where you can do your curls or your tricep push downs. And then it has a lat pull down bar. One of the favorite attachments of mine is going to be the straight bar that has two different hooks on it. So you can attach it to both weight stacks, and that way you can do some like kind of heavy presses and different pulls and whatnot. Ankle cuff, so you can do kickbacks and different exercises like that. And then it has a nice pull-up bar. It's got the straight pull-up bar with some other different hand grips. As you can see behind me, we have a little storage solution, pegboards. The year of the pegboards was last year, but it's carrying over to this year. And this pegboard is nice to store all your different attachments. Another thing with this pegboard specifically is the hooks. When you take off the attachments, the hooks just seem to fall right out. It does have dumbbell storage as well, which is very well designed. It has the individual dumbbell storage for each dumbbell, but it only has 5 spots available. If it had that 6th spot, that way I could have 3 sets of dumbbells. It doesn't come with any weight plate storage, but I think some weight plate storage horns maybe on the outside, or even better, another shelf where you can roll your weight plates onto the shelf on the bottom of this rack would be pretty cool. But all in all, having a little bit of storage goes a long way. Finishing up with some pros and cons that I've noticed, and I just want to shoot you straight here. Biggest pro for me is definitely far and away going to be that 12 gauge steel. You can feel it. It feels so much more premium and so much more substantial than a 14 gauge rack. If you're a moderate to serious lifter, you can't go wrong with this. You're gonna feel it, and this could be your forever rack. After all the reviews that I've done on 14 gauge steel racks, they're great for a lot of people. But this 12 gauge steel is a noticeable improvement from them. Give me the weight stacks every time and I will give you my money, because the convenience factor, efficiency factor, just being out here working out, I don't have to unload and load up weight plates. Give me the weight stack. Like I said, 154 pounds is going to be great for so many people in so many different exercises. For $2,000, you get all these attachments. You get this good, solid foundation with the 12 gauge steel, the 3x3 1-inch holes that is compatible with aftermarket accessories and different attachments if you wanted. But having this, I'm really enjoying doing all my free weight exercises, heavy squats, bench press, all those different things, and then having the smooth accessory work with the cable attachment, the weight stacks, knocks it out of the park for me. I think Mikolo Fitness really brought something great to the home gym community, and I think it's going to make for a lot of good home gym setups. Before I let you go, I just want to talk about some of the cons that I've noticed. I've kind of mentioned a couple of them. One of them being just the lack of UHMW on the J cups and the safety spotter arms. Just add that, and I feel like it would be smoother. Again, eliminate any unnecessary wear and tear on the uprights. And then for me, with the safety spotter arms, again, I'm a smaller guy. I'm not lifting crazy, so maybe it's not meant for me, and it's meant for a lot more people who lift a lot heavier. But for me, it's just kind of obnoxious. They're a little bit too heavy to be taking off and putting back on. There's a lot of just different pinch points when you are taking it off and putting it back on. Although it's a cool thought and a cool patent pending design, I think it can just be refined a little bit more to make it that much more user-friendly. The storage solutions, I feel like, could be refined a little bit more than that. But these are small complaints. Again, the foundation of this rack, the functionality of this rack, it hits the mark for me. I think this is a great design from Mikolo Fitness. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of this new Anubis Power Rack. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.